All right, this video is going to explain how to find the area of a triangle, okay? The perimeter is just the distance around the outside, so if I know this is 4 and this is 5 and then whatever this is, let's say it's maybe 6 or 7, you could just add those up to find the perimeter. But today I'm going to focus more on finding the area of a rectangle, or area of a triangle. Yikes. All right, so we know how to find the area of a rectangle. The area of a rectangle is the base times height. All right, and this is a right triangle, so I have a base and I have a height here, but I don't have a whole rectangle. So I have to think about what could I do to this shape to make it look like a shape we already know, like a rectangle. That is the base times the height. So you might have to think a bit outside the box here, and if you think about like maybe duplicating this shape, all right, so I'm going to duplicate this shape, and now I have two equal. All right, I have two equal triangles, and if I flip one and twist it around, it matches up and it makes a rectangle. Okay, now if I want this black edge triangle here, I don't want the whole thing, I just want how much of this rectangle do I want? Well, if I cut straight on this diagonal, I really just want half of it. So if I know the base of this shape is 4, because I can count those squares, and it is 5 tall, all right, if I had this whole rectangle, my area would be 20. But I don't have a whole rectangle. I just have half of it. So I don't want all of it. I want to take that area of that whole thing, I want to cut it in half. So I don't have 20, I just have half of it. I have 10. So to find the area of any triangle, you need a base, you need a height that meet at a 90-degree angle, and you need to multiply those two things together, and then you need to cut them in half. Okay, and you can do that in two different ways. You can multiply them together and divide by 2, or you could take your half times the base times the height. And that works for any triangle, as long as you can find a base and a height connecting at a right angle. So let's see, here's a triangle that doesn't have any right angles. I could guess maybe this is a right angle, but I can't prove it for sure. All right, so I have this triangle here, all right, and I'm looking at my grid lines here, and I can see this triangle is, the height of it goes from the point up here straight down and makes a 90-degree angle. So here's my height, and I can count those, 1, 2, it's 3 tall, all right, and the base of this shape, the base of this triangle is, I can count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it's 6 on the base. Okay, so how does that look as a rectangle? Well, it would be a 6x3 rectangle. So if I put pieces on here and kind of expanded this shape to make a full rectangle, the whole thing would be 6x3, it would be 18. But I don't want the whole thing, I just want half of it. Okay, these pieces, if I flip them around and twist them, right, they match up perfectly, and it makes an equal triangle. So I don't need the whole thing, I just need half of it. So I need half of whatever the base and the height is. So the base of this is 6, the height of it is 3. And if I take those pieces off, I have half times the base times the height. Well, the 6 times the 3 is the base times the height. 6 times 3 is 18. If I cut 18 in half, the area of this triangle would be 9. Okay, so that's how you find the area of a triangle. It's always the half times the base times the height. Okay, and the base and the height always meet at a 90-degree angle. Okay, you don't want some crazy line coming in from another direction. All right,